They're nothing but serpents and snakes. Okay? That's all. Serpents and snakes pretending they come in the name of God. Let me explain something to you. Just because you see people talking about God don't mean nothing. Lucifer knew God personally. So that's what I say to all you religious brothers out there running y'all mouth. Just because you keep talking about Yahweh or Allah or Jah, whatever, or Jesus don't mean nothing to me. Lucifer knew the creator. Lucifer know the Bible. So shut up. Nothing you say don't prove that you ain't the devil. Okay, Lucifer lived with God, was right there. Matter of fact, when Christ fasted 40 days and Satan came to him, Satan quoted the book of Psalms to him. We can do that if you want to get served up. You want me to serve up your religion? Just because you quoting that Bible don't mean not. Lucifer quoted the Bible when Christ was fasting 40 days. That when he told him that it say you cast yourself off here, the angels will catch you. That's from the book of Psalms. He quoted the book of Psalms to him. And that's why he said also say, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. So that religious shit don't fool me. You understand? That don't fool me. As a matter of fact, the Hebrew Israelites was so fake and phony that when they left Egypt, they begged to go back to get meat. And when Moses went up to see their God, they went and made the same idols that they had left Kemet. So that's why I tell you, read the Bible closer, you can learn about people. The Hebrews was never about shit. And that's why they wandered in the wilderness for so many years. The history of the Hebrews is the history of some fake motherfuckers. From the time they sold Joseph through the whole time they was with Moses. They wasn't about shit. David wasn't about shit, nor Solomon, nor Saul. That's a fact. Neither was Abraham. Abraham was a scumbag. We can do that. I'll destroy your whole principle of what you stand on. Shut up and stand down. Your numbers ain't big enough to go at the community. You understand me? But later for them, they will get their a whole video if they. I don't watch them. I don't watch them. I don't watch videos on the Hebrews. I drive up and down Chicago, try to catch them out on the streets talking crazy. But every time I get out downtown, it's them they be whispering like little mice around here. They don't be talking all that shit on the Chirac streets. But come on here. Come on and talk that shit here. I don't believe you in Chicago. I don't believe you'll come on these streets with that. That's what I want to see. I want to see you come to Chicago talking all that shit. You understand? And see what happened to you. I seen one video. They said he was talking to a gangbanger. He wasn't no gangbanger. He wasn't. That wasn't no gang. That wasn't no gangbanger. He wasn't no folks or nothing like that. Cut it out. You would have never talked to folks or mowing them like that. You would have had to get the fuck off the corner if you say so. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're able to take care of these people. So please, you all, if you are getting this, would you please spend your money wisely? You might want to search to find where you could buy your rice and your beans in bulk so you can save money. Spend all the money now. Listen, if you get your EBT, you must spend it all now. Because if you leave any on that card, when you go back February, it's not going to be there. You hear me? Don't buy no junk. No potato chips. No sweets. Food. Okay, food for your babies, and do not sell your stamps this month. Don't do it. You understand? We cannot be scared, but we must always be cautious and we must always be prepared. I'm not preaching fear. I'm just telling you all to be prepared. Uh, be prepared for the worst. You understand? I know that God is with you, but you must know that you're in Babylon. You're not in Zion. You understand me? You're not in Zion. You are in Babylon. And Babylon is not a nice place. And it never has been. And many people for many years have suffered under all these Babylons. People have suffered. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego weren't the only people thrown in the fire. They just the only ones survived. Okay? They ain't tell you about the stories of the ones that burnt up. This is not a place to play with. Let's be cautious. And for those of us that can kind of make it uh, over the coming weeks, I got to around a lot of my conversations. I was supposed to be talking about music, but I'm going to be talking about emergency contingency plans to help our people. You know what I'm saying? So that's the future stuff we're gonna be talking about. We are gonna come with emergency contingency plans to save our people. You understand? I don't have a Babylon doesn't have a meaning. Babylon is a place. Doesn't have a meaning. Babylon is a place, a living condition. It's a place. 2012 Shabbat. Babylon was always a kingdom. It never was a meaning. It was always a place where people lived. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Shabazz, it's funny because on TV they had the show Babylon 6. We used to always talk about that, Rostas back in Hawaii. We're like, how they know this was the sixth Babylon? See, even Babylon know their own history. They had a TV show, Babylon 6. They knew exactly which Babylon this is because this is the sixth Babylon. It's amazing that they know this is the sixth one. So, wow, they keep up with it. The first Babylon was Kemet. A lot of Kemetic people don't want to talk about that. The first Babylon system was in Kemet. Kemet became Babylon when they took all the people's land for food. You see, after Joseph told the Pharaoh to save all the food in the silos in case of a drought, they did, and the drought came, and people came from all over the world to eat. Well, when a new king came in, and a new Pharaoh that knew not Joseph, that regime started telling you you could get food, but you have to bring your deed to your property. So from that point on, all the people that came to get food had to give up their deeds, much like how these casinos are. If you look at these casinos, if you next time you go to the casino, if you walk around some of them cracks and crevices, you'll see a little room where you can take your deed to your house, or you can take your paperwork to your car, and you can give up the paperwork to your car, your house, to get money to gamble with. People are losing their homes at these casinos, okay? Yeah, you go walk around the casino. They got a little room around there where you can take your deed to your house to get a loan to gamble. And of course, if you lose, they take in your house. Okay, you know they got these quick loans all in the black community where you could bring your registration to your car. You can give them, you know what I'm saying? You can get a loan out and give them the motherfucking paperwork to your car, and if you don't pay it, they own your car. Uh, this system will eat you alive. And so, all of you should be prepared. Be prepared for the people in your neighborhood. Reach out to family. Don't let your family, you know, be out there. Start making contingency plans for family members that might be on Section 8 or whatever, you know. And also make sure uh, that you move a little more safer, because there's going to be crime is going to go up if this happens. Crime is going to go up. So those of you that are able to still take care of yourself, you'll become targets. It's bad all the way around. It's just some people are not talking about it. Like I say, they're not mentioning Social Security. So what they're going to do, they're just going to come on one day and say, you're not getting your Social Security this month. It'll be like 3 days before you're supposed to get it. It'll be like, you're not getting, you know, like the first coming up and you get your Social Security, and they're going to come on the news like on the 28th and say Social Security checks won't be coming out on the 1st. They don't want to say that too early, because the people that's getting Social Security are considered higher class of people than those on welfare. You understand? You got first class, second class, third class citizens, and the Social Security people are considered second class citizens. The rich are the first class. The second class citizens are a lot more dangerous, ex-police officers. Okay, so they don't want to alarm them yet that they might not get their Social Security, because they don't want to panic you too early. Because if people found out that they wasn't going to get no food stamps, you wasn't going to get no EBT, your HUD and your Section 8 ain't going to get paid, and nobody was going to get Social Security, and government employees are not getting paid. I mean, I don't think nobody's looking at this. I find most people that talk about this is not looking at this thoroughly. I mean, if you look at this thoroughly, anybody can just say, oh, you know, welfare mothers, so you know, Section 8 mothers, your day is over. So this is a lame. This is a person don't have knowledge. Anybody that has knowledge is looking at, whoa, all these federal employees are not getting paid. They're not on welfare. What about them? What about all these dudes work at the federal prison? All these people work at the national parks, air traffic controllers. Whoa. Most of those brothers is disrespecting the welfare people. Never mention the air traffic controllers and the federal employees. That's why you got to stop listening to people that don't have thorough knowledge of a whole total situation, that are going to talk about a little small part of a huge problem. There is a lot of people losing their stuff. So a lot of people can't pay their mortgage. Working people. And you got people talking about the shutdown like it's only affecting welfare people. It's not. It's affecting working people. There are working people that are not getting their checks. And there's people, older people, that are not going to get their Social Security. Some of the same brothers that's on the internet talking that ain't going to get their benefits. I see brothers that look like they possibly getting Social Security trying to make a mockery out of people getting welfare, not knowing that he gonna be outside too. They gonna cut your Social Security off, bro. Then I'm just gonna watch. If this keep going, it's gonna be interesting to watch some of the people that was negative and watch how their videos disappear and how they come back crying. Some of the same people that was trying to trash the welfare people, they gonna take those videos down and they gonna come back crying. This government ain't no good. Trump is crazy. Bro, shut your fake ass up. You know what I'm saying? Fake ass nigga. Feel me? Shut up. And so this situation is very, uh, it's a frightening situation. When you think of the idea that Trump don't want poor people leaving Mexico to come here and that he would shut down the government and create poor people here to battle poor people from Mexico, it's retarded. He's a retard. You understand? He won't be satisfied until this place be like France. You haven't seen what's going on in France? They was going spraying shit. They went and got trucks and filled it with shit and sprayed on all the government buildings. They put on these yellow vests and went out and beat up all the police. I don't know who don't think, and France ain't gun happy like America. These Americans gonna come out with guns though. AK-47s and AR-15s. They're not gonna be out with yellow jackets on. They're gonna be out with them things, man. This is America. This is a violent country. So you're not gonna have a yellow jacket protest here. You'll have a violent protest here. Shooting. Motherfuckers coming out with guns here. Certain people probably just gonna snap. You understand? Some dude then ran in and shot up some office, and then it's gonna be all on the news. Then they come to find out, oh, he lost his Section 8, or he didn't get his Social Security check, or he didn't get his food stamp, so he went off and he went up in somewhere and shot. See what I'm saying? He just went and shot a bunch of people and was rambling a bunch of crazy stuff. We see it all the time, pushing people over the edge. Because you have some people here that are kind of off anyway. And that's all they need is to lose their stuff to trigger a problem. Yeah, you're going to have you're going to have protection at your home. If this continues and goes into February, you're going to have to create your own curfew. If this goes into February, I will not be out at night. Night will be over. We won't be going to the studio at night. We won't be doing anything at night if this goes into February. Night will be over for me. Everything will happen in the daytime. I will not be on the streets of Chicago at night. Because if you study it, you know that all this is happening at the same time they're turning on the 5G system. Do any of you know that? That 5G is going up towards the end of January. And the whole country at the beginning of this year is going 5G. And they're putting up these 5G boxes everywhere. This is very interesting. I don't know. I don't pay too much attention to the blood moon because I don't believe in the stars affecting earth, like that. I see sometimes it's like it's got certain prophecies, you see things, but um, I don't really jump conclusions like that. Because I could jump to conclusions and, you know, if you've been studying these prophecies and stuff like that, like as many years as I have, first thing you learn is don't jump too many conclusions because many times it looked like the end of the world and it really wasn't. And so I don't want to go and say no end of the world stuff. I can come out and say this is the end of the world, this is it, this is big, and then day after tomorrow the government shutdown ends. See what I'm saying? And I didn't send out a false flag. So I'm not jumping conclusions. This might not even turn out to be that bad. But if something has the potential to turn out to be bad and also could work out and not be bad, you're going to still prepare in case it be bad. Because see, if you prepare in case it be bad and it don't be bad, you're all right. But if you act like it's not going to be bad and don't prepare and it happens to be bad, you're in a bad situation. So you always prepare for the worst and hope for the better. So we hope for the better and we hope it's false. But still, we're going to prepare. We're going to prepare for the worst. And what I want people to know, and not just black people, I ain't talking about black people now. Uh, let's not leave nobody outside. None of my relatives will be outside. They gonna come sleep on the floor or something. But if anybody, if the word get out, oh, a cousin, you know, we gonna take the cousin in. You understand me? So nobody I know gonna be out. And I suggest as we get closer and it starts looking more like doom and gloom, then we're going to have to come with some real contingency plans, and we're going to have to set up some GoFundMe's. It's just we're going to have to raise money for our people. I'm the type of person that I always want to help the people. You know, if the people need us, let's be there. Because I'm a type of person like this. There's two sides. There's a person in need, and there's the person that can help. And I realize that at any time I could be on any side. I could be the person that, through the blessings of the Most High, I could help. I could also be the person that need the help. And I would like to think that if I was on the side that need the help, I would like to think that many of you all would help me. I would hate to think that they would get on videos and talk about me and say, I'm going to learn my lesson because I'm a welfare king. And let me be out here, can't feed my kids. That would be very disappointing. You understand? Especially for you because I'm a G. So I'm an 8-hooker crook. So that ain't going to necessarily be bad for you if I can locate you. I'm like, okay, since it's so funny and I need food, let me come get yours. You understand? The dumbass way. Oh, it's funny? Where you live at? You understand? We come stay at your house. See what I'm saying? I'm just saying, don't agitate the hungry, the wolves. Don't do that. So I think many of us, as this keep going, uh, you're right, Big Blake. It's the time for us to come together. The time is coming for us to say, hey, fuck the government. You ain't fucking our people over. Let's teach the government a lesson. You're not fucking us over. Now, Big Blake, you say stop killing each other. I'm telling you, you see all these people in Chicago that's gang banging and shit. If that government shut down and that EBT and shit run out, they not gonna be gang banging no more. No, they ain't gonna be gang banging. They gonna be on something else. They ain't gonna stop shooting, but they are not gonna be gang banging because they're gonna have bigger issues. But they will be a problem. Yes, that it will be a problem. I don't know if they're gonna get on code. They're gonna get on dummy. They're gonna be motherfucking doing home invasions. They ain't gonna be on code either. They're gonna be kicking doors in, taking people's shit. Okay? Ain't gonna be no, they ain't taking your shit because you black. It ain't gonna be that. If you black, you gonna still be in danger. It's gonna be eat by any means necessary. If I'm hungry, I'm in a black neighborhood, I gotta eat now. I can't make it all the way to a white neighborhood to eat. I gotta kick one of these doors in. So people always victimize the people close to them. In white neighborhoods, white people gonna be kicking white people's doors in. In Hispanic neighborhoods, Hispanics gonna be kicking Hispanics' doors in. In black neighborhoods, blacks gonna be kicking black people's doors in, especially when you're not home. Some people might be right. This almost looks like an experiment to kind of see how the people will react. And so this is what I'm looking at. If this is a government experiment to see how we're going to act, to see how we're going to return to lawlessness, we should be smart and go the opposite way and help our fellow man and make the government look like a fool so that brothers don't have to kick the doors in. They know, come over here, we got food. All the working people go take your money and help everybody else out. Go all out on the blocks and have tables and have foods all on the tables, all in the neighborhood. Just go on any block and get food. Go on any block, we find a house to go in. Everybody's got buildings for rent, and you got apartments you ain't rented out. Let them stay there until things get back together. Set up tents and shit in your backyard and let them go live in the tent in the backyard. Can't nobody tell me what I can put in my backyard. I can go put big old tents in my backyard and run electricity from my house out there so they got heat in there and cook them food and bring it out to them. So when you go to all of these houses, people's in the back eating and stuff, so they can't enforce no martial law because we be doing it in a nice civil manner and make a fool out of them. It reminds me, remember when they had the blackout in New York? And they had the blackout in New York and all the news went there and everybody was just chilling. And they was like, wow, New Yorkers was just chilling. People was walking around and they was mad because the New Yorkers didn't go crazy when the blackout came. You understand? Straight like that. Yeah, I was chilling. Remember that? And the whole news was kind of mad. Oh, New Yorkers didn't even act crazy. Nah, listen. I lived in Parkway Gardens. Anytime a storm would come and the lights would come out, the criminals would go in the house too. They don't want to be out there either. Because one thing you got to know about the big city, the criminals are only dangerous while the city is working. If the city go in the dark, everybody's dangerous. The criminals are only dangerous because they don't mind breaking the law and the citizens don't want to break the law. But the criminals are not more dangerous than the citizens. This is a fact. And so the citizens is ready. They with the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be people kicking doors down and get shot in the doorway. You understand? Oh, good luck with that too. The home invasions ain't going to really work good because everybody's going to be expecting a home invasion. And so I'm gonna be sitting right there by my door smoking a big joint, just waiting for you to kick it open. Come on, kick. You understand? And see what happened to you. We'll be expecting it. But rather than to go to that level, I think we can go a step further where when you come on my block, we out on the block with food on tables out in the front. And you come thinking you got to steal some food, but we got food right here for you. And you go, oh shit, this is really nice. And you take some food and take it back and feed your baby. Let's not go all up in the house with our food if we working and we got food. Let's buy extra food and cook it, and let's give it to the community, to the people who don't got nothing. Let's find them and let's feed them. Let's do something. You know, all them rappers, all you rappers out there with all that money. If you see stuff going bad, you're always giving out turkeys on Thanksgiving and turkeys on Christmas. Go buy a bunch of food now and get prepared. So all our millionaires and stuff, I'm gonna be making videos so that be out there so they'll be like, yeah. So all our rich people, I believe they'll step up. If if the government does shut down really bad, I think the joke gonna be on the government. I think people gonna step up more than people think. That's what I believe. I believe people gonna step up because I know I'm gonna step up. I am not never happy to see nobody go through hard times. I don't want to see no kids hungry, even if their parents did make a mistake. Even if your parent is lazy and using welfare, I don't want to see the kids hungry. Why is it funny? Here's a mother and she pimping the welfare system. But still if she don't get that food, her kids gonna be hungry. What kind of low life would forget about the kids? Because you feel like the mother should get punished. The mother not gonna get punished. The kids gonna get punished. The kids gotta eat. They babies. They growing babies. They need to eat every day. So I'm not really thinking about the welfare parents. I'm thinking about the welfare children. Something that I don't see any videos about. What about the children? I lived in projects before, and I seen the children's in the projects that they just born like that. They ain't got no choice of who their mama and daddy is and where they was born. They kind of like how black people, you just born in America and people want to call you a nigga, but I was just born like this. Why you hate me? I don't have no choice of being black. And that's how a lot of children are when they born in poverty or born living in a bad area. They don't have no say so over that. And so you got to be pretty cruel to want to see their parents suffer knowing them children gonna suffer. What kind of person are you? Yes, a direct attack on the kids. Everybody know the kids gotta eat. And what kind of black man you making videos and you so dumb you think you attacking the damn parents and you ain't got no type of motherfucking knowledge in your mind that the kids gonna be hungry. And got the nerve to be on here pretending you got some knowledge for black people and you sitting up here cursing the kids, saying you that the kids gonna learn, because that's what you're saying. If I'm a mother, if I'm me and my woman is on welfare and we getting food stamps and they cut us off and you say we learning our lesson, my kids also learning a bad lesson too. You don't know that? You don't know if I don't get this stuff I can't feed my kids? Really? And I ain't seen not one brother that criticized welfare say nothing about the kids, but always on a peace family. Well, you know, the kids is family. You ever been to a family reunion? Don't kids be there? Is peace family just adults? The kids be there. The kids are family, nieces and nephews and sons and daughters, grandsons and granddaughters, great grandsons and great granddaughters. We don't never want to see them hungry under no circumstances, no matter what the parents did. We don't want to see the babies don't eat. You understand? So you all monitor this situation. I'm gonna be talking about it. If not every day, every other day. Because if they don't turn this government back on by February 1st, oh boy. You understand? This government got to be back running in the next week or two. If not, some funny stuff going on. You understand? It's not gonna be a good. You understand? It's not gonna be good. It'll be get kind of crazy. But one thing is for sure is that the holy man we here. So if you are in Chicago, I'm here, and you will eat, and you will survive. There are ways to get food quickly. There are ways to raise food in the house. Just sprouts alone in a jar, fill up a jar quite quickly. So you might be living off sprouts because anything a sprout, whether you can keep it growing or not, any little light and you put it in the dirt, it sprout. So if you got enough things, you can eat, you know. And so it reminds me when I was in Hawaii, I was on my way to Africa, and I was asked by the creator, said, if you went to Africa and you found out all the black people in America died, how would you feel? And that's when I decided to come back. But I had a vision one night. I was here. I don't think it's now because I didn't have no. See how some of this black, all my stuff was gray. Not all this was gray. And I was here and my whole stuff was gray. I'm 61. I think I was in my 70s. And I had a vision and I was in America. And I was outside teaching people how to cook and stuff. And water trucks was out and everything. Nature Boy will not laugh at Babylon fall because Nature Boy is in Babylon. Nature Boy is slow. He don't think he's in Babylon. He's in Babylon. He's a baby. He don't know. We've already done that, and so Nature Boy thinks he's not in Babylon. But what he's doing, I did in the '80s. And when you go out in the wilderness and you look up and you see helicopters and shit flying over you, you're still in Babylon. As long as satellites and helicopters and airplanes are flying over you, as long as the land has been surveyed, longitude and latitude, you are in Babylon. And when you live out in nature like Nature Boy and them, and food runs out, that wild food will be gone in 3 days. Most of them brothers, like they babies, like we did that already. I was Nature Boy in the '80s. If food ran out in Hawaii, everybody would starve. All the wild food would be gone in 3 days. That's a fact. It's not enough to maintain like most people think. Most of those countries got barges coming in with food. Most of those places don't even grow enough natural wild food. So he's out there. He don't. Y'all don't know, like I know, where he live at, they ain't got enough food to survive. That's a fact. If the food ran out, every turkey and deer would be dead in 3 days. And if you out in the wilderness and food run out, you dead quicker than you are here. You understand? If you out in the middle of nowhere, there's not a centralized government and food run out, you're dead. It's very dangerous out in the bushes. You have teams of people that'll come and hunt you down out there with no type of police protection or nothing. You don't want to be out in the wilderness if things go bad in the country. There's a reason people leave in Mexico. There's a reason people leave in Guatemala. There's a reason. They got plenty of land. Why are they not out in those forests? Because you can't survive out there. This is false. You cannot survive out in the wilderness like people tell you. You're a sitting duck. You'll be safer in the cities than you'll be out in the wilderness. In the wilderness, you'll be a sitting duck. That's a fact. You better listen to me. I was out there. You do not want to be in the hills of Hawaii and in the mountains of Hawaii if food run out in Hawaii. It's all type of motherfuckers out there with guns creeping around. You know what kind of people is out in the wilderness creeping around? And you can't see them. There's no streets and roads. So they through the bushes. You wake up in the night surrounded by people with mud on their face. It's very dangerous. It's way more dangerous than it is here, where there's streets and there's nowhere to hide. There's lots of places to sneak up on you. So you can be snuck up on out in the wilderness. If anything happens down there, Nature Boy and them will be food for the indigenous people. The indigenous people will kill them just like that. They will not be considered friends. They will be considered foe. Ain't even no police out there. You just out there. You know what the missing persons list is like in Hawaii? There's a lot of missing persons in Hawaii. Where you walking around and step into a bear trap, or somebody got a spear come out the ground and stick it, or a shotgun tied to a string. Okay? You got crazy motherfuckers from Vietnam living up in them hills and they done set up booby traps. Oh, I was a marijuana grower, so listen to me. Anytime you go to the wilderness, that shit is more dangerous than the city. In the city, okay, like right here, I live in this building. Anything happen, all of us in this building can band together to keep motherfuckers out the building. You won't be able to come in the building. We'll take turns and shifts to protect all of us in the building. And we'll get food and shit for all of us in the building. We'll become an army in the building. You understand? It'll be men with guns sticking out these windows in the building. You won't even be able to walk up to the building. But out in the wilderness, it's dangerous as hell. And the food is less because Babylon has pulled all the food and cut the food down. And then Babylon and out in the wilderness stuff, they grow a bunch of shit that ain't edible. A whole bunch of the wood you can't cook with. A whole bunch of the plants are poisonous. It's not that many edible plants out there. It's a lot of shit you can't eat. That's a fact. You got pine nuts, that should have been gone in 3 days. See, it's like this. You live up somewhere and they got something, then the food run out, then the word got out. They got pine nuts up there. Well, guess what's gonna happen? Everybody's gonna come get all the mushrooms, all them pine nuts, pine nuts. You're just gonna have people up there picking all that shit. They're gonna come wherever the food is at. You would do better indoor growing where you could protect the fort and you could protect the food. So indoor growing would be better. Turn the lights up, bring the dirt in, just like indoor marijuana growing. Outside, shit.